The case study is from Narok and Kibera in Nairobi, and you will be seeing some photos that were taken when we were there due to lack of water, and also how the people are struggling to make ends meet, to make life bearable for them, and also to get what they needed for water. This picture, you can see this is Kibera, one of the communities I was talking about earlier, and it's in Nairobi County. This community, you can see they don't have proper drainage system. They don't have latrine system that is well organized or where to pass their waste. And that's drainage you're saying, it's an open one, which everything they pass out are dumped in it. And you can see on the walls, there are some pipes which carries water to the communities. And there is also a very big pipe from the water resources company to another community ahead of them, which is called Karen. And you can imagine a clean water passing through that pipe, the big one, to a community. But they in that community where the water is passed through cannot access it. So it's very pathetic. It's not a good thing, but as we keep talking, it will help for them to know their health and also to avoid all those forms of illnesses, especially outbreak of cholera. Most times in that community, it's really bad. Also, this is Kibera, and you can see the cats carrying water. And when we talk about safe and clean water, those kegs used for the water are not clean, are not washed. You can see how it's dirty, and they sell to the community, especially when there is a this dry season. They don't get access to water easily, so they have to go buy and also come to sell to them. So the safe and clean we're talking about, for these communities, I don't think they bother about that safe and clean. All they needed is water, which leads us to the next slide. In this video, you will see one of us is the leader for the cohort 2, standing next to the woman that holds, she has a token which she uses when the Chefco is a private company, supplies water. She uses the token to buy water from the tank. If you don't have the token in that community, you can't access the water. And also, they don't easily get the water. Sometimes they get once or twice a week, which they have to be on standby. And if you don't have a token, you buy from those who have the token. They don't give you directly to use, but you have to give them, pay them, and buy from them, which they sell also to make profit from their fellow human in that community. This video shows most time we will realize that women are always on the receiving end when it comes to lack of water. We don't get to have access to enough the way we should because of to keep our hygiene and to also make the meals for the family. This woman have a 3-in-1 situation using water. She prepares the local meal for breakfast, which is called chapati, and also there is a tea she serves with tea. And the pot down, you realize it's the pot that has water, which keeps the chapati warm for those passerby that buys them. And the water is to take care of the home front for bathing and also for the necessary activities they need to do with water. And that pot you can see can go for 3-4 family members. So water is essential, water is important to every human, to the general society. There is none that will say, I need less water than the other. We all need water. And that is why it's good to open up and talk about water. Thank you. Like I said in the video ahead, this woman just have a baby, and the baby needs to be given a clean up, and also the baby's clothes needs to be washed. You can see what is happening there. She bathed the baby, used the water from bathing to washing the clothes, and using a dirty water to clean up her dirty clothes, which we see she's not even thinking of herself in this particular time. She's thinking of how to clean the baby up, because the baby is a new baby and the skin needs to be protected and cleaned very well to avoid growing up with body odor and every other skin infection. So women are always on the receiving end when it comes to lack of water. And this video is a community leader that he collected one of the bottles one of us was holding, and he said, look at this water you're holding. You can see through it, and you know that it's clean. But they don't get this same clean water, not to talk of talking about the safe part of it. The water they get is muddy, it's colored, not clean, not safe. But still, all they wanted is water to survive, to take care of their daily activities, and also to cook, to live for the moment. That is all they are seeking from the government that they have put in place, given their mandate to serve them. So it's really, really a big reason for us to all come out and talk about it. Speak to the government. Use their comfort zone to speak to them, instead of allowing them to come to the church and use the pulpit, the podium, to talk about their politics. If they are comfortable to talk about theirs in our zones, why can't we use same to talk to them that they should know it's not about promises. They can do it even before the election comes up. Water is life. Indeed, water is life. That is the theme of the campaign. And when you look at this card, it carries the same theme. And what a coincidence, right? Water is very essential. And politicians should stop looking at it from the perspective of privilege, because it's a right and necessity for the human living. And we should stop using it as part of campaign, rather give water to the people freely without attaching any issue to it when it comes to campaign. Because most politicians will tell you, when you vote for me, I'm going to give you a community water. It's not a privilege. They are not doing it for you as a favor. It is indeed a right. So they should stop using it for campaign purposes. Ask, demand, request, because water is what you deserve, and it's a right. Thank you. This is another community leader in Narok County, where we visited, and he took us to the stream where they shared with wild animals. And 2 days before we got to this place, a woman was killed by an elephant. So because of water. So they struggle with the animals to share the same stream, and it has to be a specific time. They can't be there always. And this stream, as you can see, is not a clean water. So we should not even talk about the safe, because the water is shared and it's like a path for the animals to where they follow. So most time the elephants use such route to get there and also get some water. And sometimes their animals are killed. And if they want to buy water, they have to like go somewhere with a bit of distance. So he has to look for a bike and go there to get the water. So if it's dry season, the waters are very expensive. There was a time he sold a cow and he couldn't use the money to buy water for even 2 weeks. So you can see how it is painful and at the same time exhausting, financially, physically, and mentally. So people need water to survive. People need water to live a good life. Water, as we all say, is life. This is another school in the community. We visited the community leader. And this community is still in Narok County, is Ngoso, where we visited the school, and the head teacher told us how they get water. The children have to carry a 5 liter every morning to school in order to have access to water to use. And for that reason, they don't provide the pupils with food meals because there is no water to take care of the preparation for meals, which we are happy because as you can see there we have our 2 team members from the GRAPE, but today we can really say they have water through the efforts made by the GRAPE team. Thank you. Water is life. Speak out. Talk to people around. Talk to the powers, the people in power also. Talk to all those that needs to know that water is life. You can't use it as a privilege or a campaign or a strategy to win the people's vote. They are giving you their mandate. You have to work for them and don't use it as you are doing them a favor. Thank you as you watch this.
Friends, it's my hope that this presentation has been informative to all of us, that you have gotten the necessary information, the necessary encouragement, the necessary key details that are needed for you to understand more about GRAPE, that also we have managed to encourage you as an individual and as an institution probably to join us in this great campaign of GRAPE initiative, so that we're able to advocate together jointly as people of Kenya, as people who are concerned about citizens of Kenya, who are concerned of the 15 million people who lack access to safe and clean drinking water, in ensuring that the government gives a guarantee of access to 50 liters of safe and drinking water, and in place where there is no such access, that the government is giving a compensation towards the citizen in ensuring that they have access to this safe and drinking water. From our GRAPE team, we on course with our continued advocacy initiative, policy engagement in high-level policy engagements, in ensuring that we reach out to the elected leaders, those who are in authority, to engage them, ensuring that they incorporate policies and actualize the aspect of everyone having access to safe and drinking water. But also we are also reaching out to the grassroots, going to the grassroots, mobilizing the communities, mobilizing actors in the grassroots, bringing them on board so that we're able to amplify our voices. And from our side, also we on course of finalizing our case studies for publication, which we believe they'll be of importance not only to us but also to you, in terms of having evidence at hand, and having issues that are backed by evidence from the community itself. We also on course of finalizing our CBS materials, which will be available to all of us, but also will be used by various churches or various faith-based institutions, so that the communities, the citizens are able to be on board on all these issues and everything. And on the other bit is that we, on course of engaging faith-based communities in CBS materials, where we also calling our platform members to give dates where they will be willing to engage their communities on the CBS materials, so that we're able to see how to capacity build them, but also to be able to facilitate even some of these sessions. And in the spirit of an objective number 3 on building partnership, we aspire and we are committing ourselves in building partnership with more stakeholders, and you being amongst of them. And in this place is where I still, once again, I invite you to be our stakeholder, to be our partner, and even to sign a pledge and support form, and be involved even in media campaigns, in these advocacy campaigns, in policy engagement campaigns, and even grassroots mobilization. And the aspect of policy engagement with government is a thing that is on our plate, that we hope to have engagement with those who are in authority, to see areas, the gaps that are there in our policy, and to see how to better advance our policies to meet the campaign's initiative. And in case of anything, do not hesitate to reach out to us. And as I conclude, I would love to leave you with a text verse from the book of Amos, chapter number 5, verse number 24, which says, "Let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never failing stream." May God bless you.